right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a piece of technology that's, well, it's quietly changing everything about how AI agents connect to our digital world. It's a protocol called MCP, the Model Client Protocol, and seriously, it's starting to unlock capabilities that used to be pure science fiction.
Okay, so what in the world is an MCP application? Let's break it down. Imagine this. Right now, if you want to connect an AI to an app, a developer usually needs a special plugin or, an SDK. But with MCP, the agent itself can just build and serve up its own user interface. It all comes directly from the protocol. It's like the AI isn't just giving you a text answer, it's handing you a custom-built app to use right then and there.
So, an AI that can do this, it's not just talking at you anymore. It can actually show you what it's doing, on the fly, inside pretty much any chat window. And get this, that same interactive chart or tool, it can work in your code editor, your team's Slack, you name it. Why? Because they're all speaking the same universal language. It's a total game changer.
Okay, but to really get to that future, we've got to solve the one massive problem holding AI agents back. We're talking about moving beyond just cool demos and into the era of AI agents that actually do things.
I mean, for the last couple of years, we've seen a whole bunch of really impressive demos, right? Especially with those coding agents. And they were awesome. But they mostly worked in these nice, controlled, local setups where a developer could easily keep an eye on things. But the goal for 2026 and beyond, it's to turn them into real knowledge workers. We're talking about agents that can juggle complex tasks in marketing or finance or whatever. You know, the kind of stuff where an agent needs to plug into 5 different SaaS apps and a shared drive just to get one job done. So, what's the biggest hurdle? What's stopping them from making that leap and becoming truly indispensable partners for us? It's one word: connectivity. It really all boils down to that. An agent's ability to securely and efficiently plug into, well, everything. Slack, Notion, your company's weird internal database, all of it. This is the challenge. And this right here is where having a common language, a protocol, becomes absolutely critical. And it turns out the entire industry seems to be rallying around one in particular, the Model Client Protocol, or MCP. And its growth has been, well, you gotta see this. 110 million. In just 18 months, the whole ecosystem around MCP has hit over 110 million monthly downloads. And let's be clear, this isn't just one company pushing a project. This is a shared standard that the whole industry is jumping on. Now, to put that number into perspective, just look at this. The MCP ecosystem hit that milestone in about 18 months. You know what took almost 36 months to do the same? React.js. Yeah, one of the most successful open source projects of all time. So MCP got there twice as fast. That just screams how badly the industry needs this solved.
And it's not just one niche, this is happening everywhere. You've got your big SaaS integrations like Linear and Slack, major open source frameworks, even hobbyists building cool stuff with WhatsApp. But here's the really fascinating part. Most of the action is actually happening behind the scenes, inside big companies, connecting their internal tools to these agents.
But here's a really important point. MCP isn't the only answer. It's just one part of a modern agent's toolbox. Honestly, if anyone tells you there's one single magic bullet for connectivity, they're probably trying to sell you something. It's all about using the right tool for the job. So, the smartest agents are going to use a whole mix of things. You've got simple skills, which are basically these reusable files of knowledge, perfect for simple, specific tasks. Then you've got the good old command line interface, the CLI, which is awesome for local coding agents. And then you have MCP, which brings that rich, secure protocol you absolutely need for complex jobs that need a real UI and serious enterprise-level features. Okay, so to use all these tools efficiently, developers are coming up with some pretty clever techniques. The first one is called progressive discovery, and it's all about making agents way smarter about how they find and use the tools they have. So the old way, yikes. It was basically just to dump every single possible tool into the AI's context window right from the get-go. Imagine giving a chef every ingredient in the entire supermarket before they even know what dish they're making. It's slow, it's expensive, it wastes tokens, just a bloated, inefficient mess. The new way, the smart way, is so much better. The agent just searches for the tool it needs, as it needs it, and loads only that one tool. It's this just-in-time delivery system that is way faster, super token efficient, and just massively cuts down on all that context bloat. All right,
The second big technique is called programmatic tool calling. And this is all about turning the agent from just a user of tools into a master orchestrator. It completely changes how an agent handles a plan with multiple steps.
See, the old way was this slow, painful process. The AI calls tool A, waits, gets a response, then calls tool B, waits, you get the idea. So many round trips. The new way? The model just writes a single, clean script that calls and combines tool A, B, and C all at once in a super efficient environment. The model is basically evolving from a simple operator into a full-on programmer, composing these tools together.
And these two big ideas, progressive discovery and programmatic tool calling, they are literally shaping the future of the MCP protocol. The whole roadmap is basically designed to make these advanced techniques even easier and more powerful for everyone. So what's coming down the pike? Well, in 2026, we're looking at some huge updates. A stateless transport protocol to make scaling way easier for the big cloud providers. Then there's automatic server discovery, so an agent can just land on a website and instantly know what it can do there. We're also getting improved asynchronous tasks, which opens the door for agents to talk directly to other agents. And finally, skills over MCP, which means servers can ship their expertise right along with their tools. It's a packed roadmap. So let's zoom out. What does all of this actually mean? As we start to solve this massive connectivity problem, what's the big takeaway for the future we're building?
Really, the key thing to remember is this. There is no one magic bullet. It's not one size fits all. The best, most powerful agents of the future are going to be the ones that can intelligently pick and choose from that entire toolbox, CLIs, skills, and MCPs to get the job done. And that really brings us to the final question. And it's a big one. Once this connectivity problem is truly solved, once an AI agent can talk to any system out there as easily as you or I browse the web, what new possibilities are we going to unlock? And maybe more importantly, what are you going to build?